Ooh-wee, things are getting too spicy for the pepper, apparently, as Miss AH is now looking down the very real possibility of spending 4 years in the clink after being caught in lies told about JD. Now, as we all know, these videos are, well, YouTube doesn't care for me covering the hypocrisy of one AH. I can't even say her name in videos. So as usual, I'll ask, especially with these videos, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and if you, whatever social media platform you use, whether it's Twitter, Parler, Telegram, Facebook, Minds, make sure you share this video out and support equality of outcome. As you know, I've never said that I believe both people in this relationship were amazing. I've simply said that I want equal outcome here. You know, one side of the partnership has been blackballed from Hollywood, never to work there again, while the other continues to keep paid speaking roles and worshipped by the mainstream media. And I don't understand it. I'm very frustrated with the double standard out there. But I have amazing news. She is reportedly being investigated by the LAPD for perjury, and I guess is looking at a total of 4 years. Before I get into the full story, absolutely massive shout out to a very important channel sponsor. It's your boy, Raid Shadow Legends. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has millions of players and dozens of tough bosses, but its heart and soul are in its jaw-droppingly gorgeous champions. Raid has a whole world of amazing looking champions, all from their unique factions, and those factions have a lot of lore. Use my links in the description or pinned comment below to download Raid for yourself to your mobile phone or PC. The Bannerlords are basically medieval knights with a massive kingdom in the west Teleria. They're arrogant and warlike and believe themselves to be on the side of good. But the orcs, skinwalkers, and lizardmen would disagree. The lands of the Bannerlords were taken from non-humans by force and kept through centuries of persecution with the help of the Sacred Order. Now, with the Bannerlords weakened by wars of their king, the time may be at hand for these races to right an ancient wrong by whatever means necessary. Check out some of these awesome Bannerlord champions. What I like about the game is being able to hop in or hop out, play on my PC or my mobile phone. Being able to hop in and play some PvP whenever I feel like it is probably my favorite thing. What's new in Raid? Well, this month, Raid's releasing an insane amount of new content and new things to do. First up, they're releasing 11 amazing new champions, and I can't wait to see what they'll do. They're also releasing almost 200 brand new missions to complete with an exclusive legendary champion as your reward if you manage to finish them all. And if that's not enough, they're also adding 5 tough new levels to almost every single dungeon in the game. That's an incredible amount just in 1 month, and one of my favorite things about Raid, since there's always something to do. I know most of you have heard of the game, but I recommend you give it a try. It's free to play. Use my link in the description or the pinned comment below, and not only will you be playing an awesome game, but you'll be supporting the channel. And if you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description. You'll also find extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Once you're in the game, you can find me under the name Colt's Dad. I would love to battle you in PvP. It's that easy. Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment below, and I'll see you in the game. Hey, huge shout out to all of you who support the channel by trying out the game. It helps keep the lights on here, and hey, I genuinely like it. Give it a try. Find me, I'm Colt's Dad on there. Now, it looks like AH is actually facing some real time. Now, we've talked about this before, but the probe is now happening, and not the good kind of probe, although I'm not sure which probe is the good kind of probe, but it's happening. If you've been following the JD and AH story, you know that it started out essentially with an open letter penned by AH, never naming JD, but saying some heinous things about him. These claims led to a newspaper in the UK publishing a horrible headline about him and led to him losing his job for Warner Brothers in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. He then sued the newspaper and lost, and is still currently suing for, I don't know, $50 million or something gigantic. We don't know really what's going on there. Now, most recently, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor lost his right to appeal the case in the UK. But interestingly enough, there's some new body cam footage that seemingly indicated AH had not been entirely truthful about some of her claims. Now, that is a nice way of putting it. The body cam footage, so the claim was AH had said, oh, they showed up, he had thrown things all over the place, there was glasses smashed on the ground, there was wine on the walls, there was all this chaos. Well, the body cam footage came out, and shockingly, unfortunately for AH, the house was immaculate. There was absolutely nothing about what she had claimed in that footage. So what we have here is AH caught in a bold-faced lie. The footage, which was from the 2016 incident, showed the residence was not, in fact, in disarray, as the Aquaman actress had claimed. Now, the German outlet Bild has shared more information that the LAPD is reportedly probing her for perjury, an offense that can lead up to 4 years. Now, here's the actual source, of course, in German. So we will go to the translation. The LAPD has started an investigation against Amber. The reason she is said to have given false information about the famous incident from May 2016. Not said, we know for a fact that it was a lie, in which JD ravaged the shared luxury home and hit her with a phone. On May 21st, 2 calls came in. The first unit arrived at the address. Body cam footage of the officers who had been summoned, then filmed the scene, then previously indicated AH in court. At the time, LAPD officials have not confirmed the investigation. Should AH ultimately be tried for this, it could turn the tide of Depp's legal woes. The Alice in Wonderland actor's fans have come together to support him, as have exes Winona Ryder and Vanessa Paradis. I don't know how exactly that's pronounced. There's even a petition for Disney to allow him to return as Captain Jack Sparrow, that over 500,000 signatures strong. Currently, the Walt Disney Company has indicated that JD will be replaced by Margot Robbie in the 6th installment of the film. Now, again, I think Margot Robbie makes some terrible film decisions, but I don't have anything personally against her. I haven't seen any, hot takes from her that were just awful. But she's not going to replace JD. The franchise is just done. I suppose Disney is calling this a reboot, which you could call it that, I suppose. But there is no Pirates of the Caribbean without Captain Jack Sparrow, quite frankly. I mean, this is just obvious. You see Marvel is going to be going through this now with Marvel's going to go through this without, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or even Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk, or Chris Evans as Captain America. I'm not sure how Marvel's going to navigate that. I'd be willing to bet that you might actually see them bring them back in a role, back the Brinks truck full of money up to, Robert Downey Jr.'s house just to get people in the seats. Now, of course, as of right now, everything is still on the table for AH. A few weeks after AH filed to dismiss her ex's $50 million defamation suit, things are not about to get any better for Miss AH. New information seemingly suggests that AH is not only being probed by the LAPD, but that she could be facing years in the clink, or at least this is what sources have recently claimed. As originally reported, the German outlet Bild via Inside the Magic says that they are probing her for perjury, according to Penal Code 118 PC, California's perjury laws. Obviously, she made a false claim. I mean, this is not even up to debate. According to the source, they have yet to confirm the information presented in the investigation on the Justice League actress. Last month, JD's lawyer stated that he believed that footage from May of 2016, the night that JD allegedly did all these terrible things, was proof that AH was lying about the infamous incident. Well, it is evidence of that. The Daily Mail originally reported that the footage did not show anything suspicious, and there were no signs of damage in the home in which JD's alleged destructive rampage took place. You can view the footage below. It's pretty boring. The body-worn devices reveal a tidy hallway leading into an elegant kitchen, living area adorned with ornaments, fresh flowers, piles of books, numerous candles, and candelabras. The outlet also reports that the officers did not appear to spot anything suspicious. However, there were no signs of damage, disarray, or staining on the floors or carpets in 3.5 minutes of videos. What's more, the new evidence by the footage agrees with the information shared by the officers themselves who first responded to the calls, saying in their statement, "I did not identify her as on the receiving end of any bad behavior," she added. So the officers on the scene did not believe that she was telling the truth. We met with her, checked the location. JD wasn't there, and she then advised that she wasn't going to be cooperative. This was all a PR move, it seems, doesn't it? It sure seems like that. It's also worth noting that both Melissa Sains and Taylor Haddon's testimony seemingly confirmed that there were no signs of damage in JD&H's downtown home, despite her claims about him smashing up the place. As reported by Radar Online, JD's representation, Adam Wallman, told Bill that AH and her friend Rocky Pennington staged the May 21st incident to prove the claims against him. He added, "The whole scene was an enormous lie." Back in September of 2020, AH and her team filed a motion to sanction Waldman for his repeated bad behavior of the discovery process. The motion asked for the revocation of his pro hoc vice administration prohibition from further contact with the press or public. Well, what they didn't like is that he was putting all this information out on Twitter. It's going to be interesting. Do I think that she's actually going to get 4 years in the clink? No, I don't. She's a Hollywood elite with hundreds of millions of dollars. She will do 0 days. But maybe they want to make an example. Maybe they want to point out that you can't just make up lies for press. You can't just use local law enforcement to bolster a divorce settlement, which is what it looks like, in my opinion. And as more and more information comes out, I think right now where JD is, he knows he's out of the game, and he wants to take her with him. It's a very expensive proposition for him, but it's one that I think anybody could understand. It's absolutely very interesting to follow this case. I'll keep you updated with the very latest in terms of this investigation. If you haven't yet, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below so you might actually find my videos once in a while. I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll talk to you again real soon.